Now let's take a look at how you can actually start to build your own intelligent output templates. There are two places where you can build output templates. You can have them at organizational level, or you can have them at workspace level. Templates at organizational level will be available across your entire instance of Wooshi Assist, whereas workspace templates are only available within the particular workspace within which they've been created. So in this case, I'm inside the workspace Wooshi demos. Let's create a new workspace output template. Click Workspace Templates, and you'll be presented with this screen. Create your first template. Here we have the template builder. I'm going to go through each section so you can understand what it represents. Now, it is handy to understand how this correlates to a template, so I'll bring that up on a second screen. So first off, we're going to want to give our output a name. As you may remember, templates have names so that you can recognize what they do. In this case, we're going to build an output template for a production brief. Next, you want some description as to what the template does. Now, this description will be, again, also presented when you load up the box so that users understand what your output template is there to do. You can choose an icon. Now we start to get into how the output is actually going to work with the main Wooshi Assist agent. So here we have how we control that. So the welcome message is that message that you see when you first load up the new output template. In this case, you can see it's asked us to upload or paste your meeting notes below and I'll get started. In our case, because it's a production brief, let's say, please provide me with the production details. AI instructions are an overarching instruction that tells the output how to act. You can think of it like a system prompt, or more simply, like a role that you want the output to take on. In this case, I've written quite a lengthy overarching instruction, which I'll paste in here. So as you can see, I've asked it to act as a senior creative producer and strategic planning specialist within Wooshi Assist, with deep expertise in translating brand strategy into actionable production frameworks. And then I've gone on to explain how I want it to think about producing my production brief. Now, you don't need to necessarily be this comprehensive, but the more comprehensive you are, the better results you're going to get. Then we get onto sections. Now, sections are the different areas within your template. So over here on this particular template, this call insights template, you can see we've got two sections, call insights and response email. So mine going to have 4 sections. Let's start with this, which is my project overview. Now, each section then needs a prompt behind the template. So this is telling that template section what it is that I want it to go and do, the information I want it to extract, and then how I want to deliver it back to me. So we need a prompt to go into that particular section too. So let's go and get that. So here you go. I've added in my prompt for this section. So analyze the uploaded materials and project requirements to create a clear project overview section, including project name, brief description, primary objectives and key success metrics, etc., etc. Now I can go on and create the other 3 sections. Finally, we then have what we call power-ups. Now these are very specific things that you can use to further expand the capabilities of your template. Enable scores means that the scoring system that tracks how well you are doing against any knowledge base that's been activated as a score metric is turned on. And rationale means that the template will actually track the rationale, the decisions it's making as it goes through the process. Finally, you can decide who can use or see your output template. Public means that anyone within this workspace can see and use it. Private means that only you can see the template and work on it to get it perfectly correct. Once you're happy, click Create Template. You should get a confirmation dialog box. And now when we go back to Acme Traps, create new output, you'll see our production brief is here. Now let's go and run it and see what it looks like. As you can see, here is our summary and the breakdown of different sections that we have. Now I have this sample outline for an ad for Evian water. I've added in here and let's go create the brief. As you can see, it's reasoning through, it's looking at the script. Now it's telling me it's going to now go and create our comprehensive production brief based on the script outline. Here we go. Now it's starting to output the production brief in the format that I requested. As you can see, it's now filled out all the different sections of our brief pretty comprehensively, and I can now move on and further adjust this as I see fit. So that's how you create your first template. In a future video, we'll get into how to produce much more advanced templates using things like Markdown to create anything from tables and data.